Alexis Mac Allister's journey to Premier League stardom almost took a very different turn. He was on the verge of walking away from English football altogether. But here's where it gets controversial. Many wouldn't expect a player now hailed as one of Liverpool's finest midfielders to have nearly quit the game in a foreign country at such a crucial stage of his career. At Liverpool, fans recognize Mac Allister as a cheerful, composed presence on the pitch, someone who commands confidence and plays a vital role in the team's recent Premier League triumphs. Yet, behind that smile was a period of deep struggle and doubt, as he revealed in a heartfelt piece for the Players' Tribune. When Mac Allister joined Brighton in January 2020, he was seen as a promising talent with a bright future. However, his early days at the club were filled with challenges that almost broke his spirit. "Maybe nobody would even know my name," he reflected, unsure if he would have made it without his mother's timely support. In December 2020, he found himself emotionally overwhelmed during a FaceTime call with his mother. From his flat in Brighton, far from his home in Buenos Aires, he broke down and admitted, "Mum, I can't do this anymore. I want to go home." At that point, Mac Allister was struggling to get game time at Brighton. A situation that felt humiliating, given he wore the coveted number 10 shirt, an emblem of hope and prestige for many young Argentine players. Instead, he felt invisible, like he was cursed and stuck in a nightmare. His move from Boca Juniors came at a particularly tough time. Just after his debut substitute appearance, the COVID-19 pandemic brought everything to a halt. Football stopped, social contact vanished, and isolation intensified in a country where he couldn't even speak the language well, forcing him to start basic English lessons over Zoom. The loneliness and uncertainty weighed heavily on the 23-year-old. Mac Allister highlighted a side of football that many fans overlook: how quickly players are expected to mature, yet how vulnerable they remain. "We say football makes us men very fast, but in truth, we're still kids in many ways," he said. He was relying on his mum for daily advice, simple things like operating the oven or where to put detergent, and the isolation without fans or community dragged him down. By that bleak Christmas, Mac Allister was ready to quit. With 2 offers on the table, from Russia and Spain, he was mentally prepared to leave England and abandon the dream. In a raw moment, he called his mother, tears streaming, saying he was done. But then comes the heart of the story, and the part most people miss. His mother's words changed everything. No matter his age, he was still her little boy, and she reminded him of the passion and joy that football had always brought him. She took him back to memories of playing barefoot in the backyard with his brothers, when summer grass was lush and green underfoot, only to be worn down to mud by their relentless sliding tackles. This nostalgia struck a chord, lighting a new fire inside him during that lonely, bench-warming winter in Brighton. "Remember how much you wanted this, Ale? Think of La Cuca," she urged, words that steeled his resolve to stay. What if he had left for Spain or Russia? He might have been forgotten, just another name lost to trivia questions or forgotten in pub quizzes across England, an obscure footnote rather than a celebrated star. Mac Allister acknowledges that his mother's steadfast belief in him saved his career and ultimately led him to Liverpool's glory. Her encouragement helped him push past his darkest moments and realize the dream he had fought so hard for. So, what do you think? Does this story reveal the unseen struggles behind the glamour of top-flight football? Could Mac Allister's career have vanished if not for his mother's intervention? Or are moments of doubt and isolation simply part of any athlete's journey? Share your thoughts. Do you believe emotional support like this is the secret weapon for success? Or do players need to tough it out alone? Let's discuss in the comments.